Hello and welcome back, dear doers. Today we are here to discuss another essential concept in accounting, the journals. You can think of journals as a way to sort out your transaction. In Odoo, based on the transaction type, we identify 5 different journals. Sales for your customer invoices, purchase for your vendor bills, bank and cash for the payments, and finally miscellaneous operations. In the end, all journals entries are gathered in one single general ledger where you can find all the journal entries. Of course, in Odoo, you will have existing journals already in your accounting, and based on the applications that you're going to get more or less journals. If you need to create others, you can also create them manually. Hey guys, here we are in the database directly where we're going to configure our journals. So let's dive in directly in the accounting application. So here we are in the accounting dashboard. Each box you see is a journal in your accounting. So here you have, be careful because you have a favorite filter. If you take it out, you're going to see all the journals that exist in your accounting applications. If you want to configure deeper a journal, you can go directly in the 3 dots here menu and access their configuration. But if you want to see all the journals, you can go through the configuration menu and go in the journal menu directly. So we're going to dive in. Here, the first journal is a purchase journal for our vendor bills. You can see that there are a few configurations that you need to do before going live in accounting. First, setting up a default expense account. Decide if you want a dedicated credit note sequence, and of course a shortcode. Basically, all the journal entries that will be created from this journal will have the same sequence starting with bill. Let's go in another journal here, the one for miscellaneous operations. So you see the type here is miscellaneous. Indeed, it also has a dedicated shortcode. In the bank journals, you see that there are a bit more configurations to consider. We will see that in a dedicated video, but the important thing is that you also need a default bank account here. Customer invoices, here same configurations as the purchase journal, so a default account, a shortcode, dedicated sequence. But what you need to understand for both sales and purchases journals is that if you want to make sure that when you post an entry, you can't modify it later on, so you can't reset to draft, what you need to do is activate a simple feature in the advanced settings, which is called the log posted entries with hash. Basically, by ticking this, you are preventing the user to go back to draft in posted entries. Once it's posted, you can't change it afterwards. Last journal here for the cash journal, so same as for the bank journal, so a bit more accounts to configure. Let's say I want to create a dedicated journals for my salary entries. Remember, journals are just here to sort out your transactions. So I'm just going to create a new salary journal like this. The type here, salary entries are miscellaneous entries. So I'm going to choose the MISC type, and I'm just going to add a shortcode SAL, for example. And that's just as fast as it is. Super fast, super convenient. If you want to change the order in which the journals are presented in the dashboard, the simple thing to do is just basically drag and drop in the list view the order in which the journals are presented. So if I go back in the dashboard, directly you see that my customer invoice is back in the first place of the dashboard. Everything clear for you, Cara?
Sounds great. So since it's so easy to create new journals, can I do different ones for my sales according to the region of the sales?
That's actually a very good question, and it's actually a tricky question because indeed you can create as many journals as you want in Odoo. But regarding sales and purchase journals, I would not recommend having more, keep as few journals as possible, because when you create an invoice from the sales applications, what we're going to see in a later video, Odoo automatically chooses the first sales journals that it finds. So if you have different journals based on the region of the sale, in that case, Odoo is not going to be able to assign the right journal right away. You can have another solution also to sort out your invoices by region of sale. And in that case, for example, you could use the sales teams. So if you assign a different sales team on the sale order, it will be also visible on the invoice. And you can use this to filter your invoices. So you can keep one sales journals, but having the filter as you wish.
Okay, thanks.
That's it for us in this video. Thank you for watching. Ciao a tutti.